Welcome to another 2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday. Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America. Hey, before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday. Hi, Todd here, and I'm going to answer some more of your questions here on Tech Tip Show.
Hi, I'm Tony.
Hey, Tony. What's the questions?
Bradley Lane, 8502, says, my Keystone Montana 3685 FL, fifth wheel,
Front
with
living.
a heated underbelly and Arctic package, keeps letting the pipes freeze once it's lower than 10 degrees. And I have the furnace set at 70. And I live in Maine. My
Well, there's your
year-round
problem.
fifth wheel camper with the Arctic package
bet it's
heats the
pretty
underbelly off a 2-inch duct pipe from the furnace, so I don't understand why it won't keep the pipes from freezing in an insulated, heated underbelly.
So I guess first off is the effectiveness of the ductwork that is there. So my understanding is each brand's a little bit different, but they may test this to a certain degree that says, hey, we can keep the pipes from freezing at a given degree. And with the Keystone, it's roughly around
They
10 degrees.
They say the Arctic package is considered suitable down to 0 degrees.
0 degrees. But
it depends on...
if there's wind, then everything goes out the window for that, right? Because that just pulls heat out. All right, here's the thing. I think in all Arctic packages, yeah, up to a certain temperature, but not, suitable for anywhere up north in the winter with wind and every other factor. A couple things that you might try skirting it, especially if you say it's going to be year-round, right? Wind is probably the biggest killer of any type of heat that may build up. And if you can skirt it, you can also throw down a few light bulbs, old incandescent light bulbs, to kind of help out. But I understand that all of these Arctic packages, all-weather packages, 4 seasons, they have their limitations, okay? And then you have variances there. Is the ductwork secure? Is there enough airflow going to that ductwork there, or is there another place where it's being robbed? Is the ductwork loose? So assuming that it's all connected correctly, you may be outside the limits of what that particular one can do, but the first thing I would do is kind of look under the underbelly and find out, is the heat being delivered where it should? Next question is it always freezing in the same location, and is it far away from the furnace? Because then if that's the case, then I would get down over here and find a way to insulate those pipes just a little bit if I can. Going over to your local Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, and buying the rubber sleeves that you would have for winter to put on those things.
I bet you if he skirted it, he'd be fine. I know my tiny home at home, we froze up.
Yeah.
And that's heavily insulated.
Depends and they make skirting now that it's actually like you just use air, right? And they blow up like the bouncy houses.
Yeah, I saw that.
Those are pretty cool.
All right, Flex the Juvat. I don't know, Juvat. Flex the Juvat.
Got it.
Thanks for the great video, Jason. If I had tanked... No, he didn't say that, but you know what? We should give it up for Jason.
Hey, way to stand there and press record.
Thanks for the great video. If I had a tanked heater, and it will... okay, so here's a what-if situation. If I have a tanked heater and will only be gone for 2 weeks, full-time living in a travel trailer, is there any reason why I can't just leave the water heater on, bypass it, winterize the packs while the tank stays nice and toasty? Thanks again, Todd.
So bypass and keep it on, but when you bypass it, you're going to leave the water in there.
Yeah.
Right? Is there any reason? So you're going to winterize everything else, but keep the water heater on? Absolutely, totally fine. Right?
But if it's only for 2 weeks, why even winterize it?
Right. That's what we do here in Texas. We cross our fingers.
Well, if you buy it, you could just drain the system.
Yeah, but if he doesn't want to go through that, if he's draining everything else, I guess, there's questions there, But is it possible? Absolutely, because that's exactly what we do here. You leave it on, right? Because what's going to happen is it's going to reach a certain temperature, depending on the model, depending on the brand, between 140 and 120 Fahrenheit. And then it turns off, and then after a while it turns back on. So you're more than fine with that if you got a suitable electrical source running the water heater.
All right.
25-year
plumber here. A plastic drain plug will not save the heater from freeze damage. Also, there is brass attached to the tank relief valve. In practical use, plastic threaded fittings should not be used in any metal.
Yeah, but this is the RV industry.
They leak or fail, so you're also going to have brass water inlet outlet fittings. That being said, I assume the engineers who designed the heater had good reason not to include an anode, and maybe it's better than the traditional iron tank with an anode long term. I couldn't say. They don't exist residentially. It would be too expensive for a 40-gallon tank.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I mean, 25-year plumber, you know what you know, right? In the RV space, there's a different application from a different company. And it's just one model, one brand that does this, and they're all just aluminum. That was just kind of their claim to fame.
Aluminium.
Yeah. So therefore, the brass and aluminum does seize up. Like I said, they'll void the warranty if you put on anything else because that is a fail-safe, which is totally true. It will fail at a given PSI. They've already tested all of that. And so far, everything works just fine. If you do strip that out, I mean, these things are $4 on Amazon. So
What is?
the replacement plastic head. Yeah.
There you go.
So, but I mean, wonderful application. What he was saying is absolutely correct. On there in certain instances, cold weather. But again, we're typically either keeping it on or we drain it whenever we go into winterization. So
There you go.
there's your tech tip. All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today.
Now for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers.
Bam!
Oh, man, I threw it right at Jason.
Airmail intro.
One more time.
The red light went really bright. Was that what it was? Cheap Canon camera. Let you step up to a D8.
That's a good level.
You're good level.
What
Do you have? A D7? D8?
D70.
D70. That's even bigger than a D8.
The D80 is the new
D.
one. It's actually a C, but why?
C80? I don't know. I'm just saying. He's got a cheap camera there.
That's an XF.
XF.
That's a camcorder,
Camcorder.
not a DSLR, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know the difference.
Total
but
garbage.
which one?
That one.
That one.
No,
Total.
it's decent.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to go ahead and answer some more questions, unrehearsed, here on the Tech Tip Show.
I just got that.
Welcome to another
Hi.
Tech Tips.
Hi, Todd here.
And Tony.